Hello there, welcome to this video. This is 9-1 and we are talking review of trigonometry. This is the first video in Unit 9, our last unit. We have made it to the very end of our curriculum, and we're going to start out by refreshing our memory from Accelerated Math 3 or Pre-Calculus, whatever course you may have had that talked about trigonometry and all that jazz, okay? So this video, we're first going to talk about how can you use a calculator to kind of help you do some trig, and then the next videos will focus on graphing, just your basic trig functions, and as well as a trigonometric identity that's very important. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. And the first thing that we're going to talk about is how do we use our calculator to help us kind of work with trig. Well, in calculus, we use radians. We don't really use degrees. So with your calculator, it's very important that you're always in radian mode, okay? And it's very easy. Here is our TI Inspire, and I'll just start out with the scratch pad if you use the scratch pad. And here in the scratch pad, you can see in the upper right-hand corner, it says rad. It's not telling you that you're rad, even though you may be very rad, but it's saying that, hey, you are in radian mode. Now, if it does say DEG, DEG, then you can go up here to your drop-down menu, to settings, and then go to document settings, and then here is how you change right from radians to degrees. Okay, but now if you do use like a document, so here, new document, calculator, and then up here, hey, it says radians again. So I can click, well, it's in radians, so I can, if I want to change it, if it does say degrees, you go to doc, 7, which is settings. Oh, I'm going too fast. 7, which is settings and status, document settings, and then again here, right? Radian, degree, gradient. Gradients, I believe you'll talk about in Calc 3, multivariate calculus, but that's for another time. Okay, so there we have it. All right, let's go ahead and go back to our examples, and they want us to use a calculator to find sine of 2. What is sine of 2? All right, so on my calculator, I go right here. It says trig. Click trig. I'll commit a sin. Sine, the sine function, sine of 2. I hit enter, and there it is, 0.909. Just a note, if you do have the CAS, or for some reason it gets spit out again, sine of 2 as your answer, then you'll have to approximate it. So control, enter, right? You'll see in blue the approximation sign to get that value, okay? So 0.909. So this is not equal. This is about 0.909. Remember, 3 decimal places, rounded or truncated, minimum. All right, tan of negative tan of negative pi fifths. Whew, can't talk. Trig, tangent, okay, and I want a fraction. So negative pi fifths. Okay, we enter that, and there we have it, negative 0.727. All right, last but not least, secant of 1.3. Okay, so trig, there you are, secant. I'm surprised I can see you, because I'm supposed to not be able to see you. I'm just terrible with these jokes, I'm sorry. It's the dad in me taking over. Okay, approximately 3.738. Approximately 738. All right, there you have it. I mean, that's pretty easy, right? You're just using the trigonometry functions in your calculator. All right, example 2, we are asked to use a calculator to find the missing measure in each triangle. All right, they're going to hit us with some right triangles, so I know that we're going to need some SOHCAHTOA. And whenever I haven't been working with right triangle trigonometry, I'm a little rusty. I always just write SOHCAHTOA to help remind me. And then here, again, our angles are in radians. So they want us to find x. There it is. I'm done. No, I actually need to calculate it. So when working with these problems, remember, always go ahead and label. Muy importante, very important, right? So if this is my angle, then this is the side that is opposite. This is the hypotenuse. Okay, so that's going to be sine. Okay, so sine of 0.5 is equal to 5 over x. And if I go ahead and solve for x, I'll multiply both sides by x. I'll divide by sine of 0.5. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and utilize our calculadora to calculate that. Okay, so I want a fraction. 5 divided by sine of 0.5. Sine 0.5. And we get 10.429. Approximately 10.429. All right. And they don't have any units, so I don't have to include units. Okay. On B, again, now they want us to find theta. So we're going to have to use kind of some inverse trig, right, to help us find this. So if this is theta, okay, and I'm given this side, again, this is the opposite. This is the adjacent side. I know that tan theta is equal to 2 centimeters over 5 centimeters. Okay, now I want to find theta, so I'll use inverse trig. So theta is equal to tan inverse of 2/5, right? I just took tan inverse of each side. And again, we'll utilize our calculadora. So not control. I don't know why I wanted to have control. Okay, so bear with me. Tan inverse of 2/5. And you get 0.381. Okay, so this is approximately 0.381. And there you have it. That's what you need to know how to do with your calculator, utilizing trig. All right, catch you in the next videos. We're going to graph and talk about some identities. Peace.